I'm sitting here just listening to Album preach completely violating my own gaze from Fresh and Fit and stuff like that. Buddy, I know Me Too movement actually had a bad rap, but you gotta press charges, man. Like,
oh, where exactly did the angel touch you?
Here?
Oh, come on! Who are you gonna believe? I got a freaking halo!
And I kept to thinking, I'm like, yo, what some of these guys have in common? You know, the Myron Gays of the world, the Sneaker of the world, you know, all these podcasters that talk about, like, you know, red pill stuff, whatever, right? And it's like, it's not masculinity, right? It's just, it's like, at face value, it kind of look like masculinity, but it's...
And need to understand that a girl can't love you unless she respects you, okay? And a part of respect, and what people don't understand, the necessary ingredient for respect to exist is fear. If your girl no longer fears losing you, she loses respect for you.
But it's like a podcast masculinity, right? Hence, Podmask. Podmaskers. But if someone was able to actually create a list to highlight all the similarities these guys have in common, I think that would be somewhat great. Number one, numero uno, fake bravado and stoicism.
Emotional male?
Not really. I would say I do a good job of, controlling them.
These guys are able to fake masculinity because they portray themselves on what they believe masculinity is. You know, they're not emotional, they're very logical. So then that works great when you're around people, when you're around women that have no more than 2 brain cells. So then you are able to actually run laps around them and you appear to be the logical one, right? It's like, let's say you're in an elevator and then you are, you are a dwarf, but all the people around you are just midgets. So obviously you be the one to reach to the highest floor. You'd be like, yep, which one you going to? The 9th floor? All right, I got you, buddy. I got you, little short buddy. Ding! So yeah, but however, when you come across someone that has more than 2 brain cells, that actually has true intelligence, that has true masculinity, oh my God, all that fake bravado just come crumbing down. All that fake stoicism, like, yeah, I'm a man, I'm built on my masculine frame, I'm very logical, and then you end up losing your shit like this guy right here.
These 2 in Canada try to destroy us. Guess what happens? We became even stronger from that shit. I'm like, yes, you can. Stop being a man, because you have the fierce tenacity that no one can.
All right, any little pressure, and you come tumbling down, and then you show yourself as the true bitch that you actually are. Now, number 2. Drum roll, please. Number two. It's your ability to monetize relationship trauma. Doesn't have to be your own trauma. It can be other people's trauma, right? It can be, let's say, guys going through a rough path, going through a divorce, going through a breakup, his wife cheated on him or something like that, right? And then you are able to use that example as like, see, fellas, this is why you do not marry these modern women. This is why you don't do this. This is why you don't do that, right? So you were able to actually maximize and monetize other people's pain and use it as an example as to why you are right and all these married suckers are in the wrong. Because look at what's happening to all these guys. So you're able to maximize that pain and you monetize it, and then you're able to show your fan base, like, see, this is why I'm the truth around here. You should listen to me because I will tell you the true nature of women and why you can't trust these hoes. Numero 3. Numero 3. It's when you have little to no credibility when it comes to relationship.
Say me and Myron, a lot of these girls share the same high value men and they're around in the same circles, right? At his management party, right? There's like 40 girls and like 5 guys.
Imagine needing to come up with insane stories to have people think you get laid. Not only is this pathetic, but it's also indicative of just how much of a fake guru these clowns are.
In my head, I'm like, yo, real talk, this is crazy. Like, I've never been at a party where there's been this much girls compared to guys. So I'm like, yo, how's this gonna work? He says to me, yo, come through, bro. So he's like, yo, pick 3 that you want, and I got you. Like, 3 that I want? This is like a buffet? Shoot, I'll take it. So I was like, yo, I like her, and her. He goes, talks to them, calls them over, and I kid you not.
A bullshit? A bullshit? A bullshit. A bullshit.
There's a difference reading about how to fly a plane versus actually flying a plane. There's a difference being out there in them streets, clapping them cheeks, having women throw panties at you when you are still a nobody, versus now when you got YouTube money and then you can afford to buy a Bugatti or Ferrari, or actually you rent them and stuff like that, right? So then gold diggers come out of the woodwork because now you feel like you're somebody. And then you could be like, see, fellas, if you do things that I do, you'd have all these beautiful snow bunnies around you and stuff like that, right? And I still treat them like crap. But would they really be around you if you didn't have YouTube fame? Would they really actually be around you if they weren't promoting their OnlyFans? Would they really be around you if they didn't have something to exploit out of you? They have no credential and they have no expertise on the subject matter that they are talking about, and they feel so confident in telling you what it's like to be in a relationship, what it takes to be in a relationship, or better yet, they have the true answer when it comes to the whole dating scene.
What do I tell guys that they gotta have? 5 things in place. 100 grand per year, have 6 months to 1 year of savings, be in shape, be 35 years old, and have sex with 50 women.
Information. They got it like that. Why am I talking like this? I don't. Number 4. They want the credit for other men's accomplishment, but yet they don't want the failures of men.
Yeah, you do. You have a job, but your job is clearly far less valuable than our job, because without us maintaining the entirety of the infrastructure for which women's pampered asses can even exist inside of society, they would collapse. And how do I know this? Because I have 2,200 years of history to look at, to watch the progression of them literally folding like cheap chairs and being passed between enemy armies like it was nothing. They were literally chattel if we decided that they were, and instead we have massive amounts of technological advancements which have allowed for women to even exist in modernity, and instead of being praised for it, men are treated like absolute garbage.
They don't know the first thing about what it's like to do actual men work. Because when their toilet break down, they're not gonna fix it themselves. You know who they're gonna call? They're gonna call the plumber. They're gonna call a handyman. They're gonna call actual men to fix their toilet. You know, they break their window. They're gonna call an actual men to replace it. You know, they can even build a shed. They don't have any freaking grass to cut. They don't have none of that stuff. The things that actual men do. But they want to take credit for what men do. They want to hide behind the accomplishment of other men. While they just like, let's say if the Titanic was sinking today, they would jump on a lifeboat just like all these women. In the same breath, they would turn around and they'd be like, well, you know, you need to be, you know, you don't want sleeping with these bums. You know, if you have gotten with a real man, so definitely, right? So these are bums, right? You're not going to take credit for them. Even though you want to pump and dump just like these bums.
Be 35 years old and have sex with 50 women.
You want to run through these holes just like this bum, but you want to stand apart from these bums, act like you are actual men, right? Which is why you only have conversation with OnlyFans chicks and all these low IQ female, and I was like, those type of chick that will let you hit it and quit it real quick. And as long as you dangle a little bit of money in front of them, it's like, they will make it happen, right? But you're not a bum. You just have bummy behavior. And then you want to take credit for what men actually do, like building shit. Why am I so excited? I don't know. Who cares? Let's go to number 5. Number 5. They have cookie cutters argument, but they lack nuances. Right?
Someone that's very, very young and goes into a marriage and has kids when they're like 18, 19, 20. A year into the relationship, he gets really, really abusive. Even though it might be rare from what you guys think,
It is. Go on.
if it would happen, what would you recommend for those people? Would they divorce, or do you want them to keep going in the relationship?
You can't divorce. That's not a real thing.
Even though it might be like physically abusive?
You gotta endure. People are too.
You want to stick in the relationship?
People are just.
I mean, look,
people
I'm gonna be
nowadays
honest.
are just.
For anyone that might be in that situation, what would you recommend?
Okay,
Endure.
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. It is such an extreme example that I can't give a prescription for what other people should do.
What about if two people get married, have a kid, and then the wife starts cheating? Do you think they should divorce?
Absolutely. Jesus himself said in cases of adultery, divorce is
So you think that
permissible.
divorce is worse than physical abuse?
For the children?
Or cheating, sorry. You think that cheating is worse than physical abuse?
For the children, yes.
I think I'm not going to say this is worse.
Divorce is worse for the children.
Marriage benefits women, doesn't benefit men.
But how does it benefit women? I'm asking for
You get security, and then if the guy decides to leave you, he will get penalized heavily for doing so. Alimony, child support. Marriage.
What they like is the nuances that come with this cookie cutter argument. But when you get to the nitty gritty of things, the devil's in the details. They always tend to skip the details that comes with the stuff that they're doing, right? Say, okay, why are women no longer attracted to you guys? You know, oh, if you got money, blah, blah. No, women, if... the type of bait you put in the water is the type of fish you will attract. If you want to actually put up your Ferrari out there, you know, showing your bank account, are you surprised that all that's going to come your way are gold diggers? Are you really surprised? No. So then, they always have all these talking points like that, but they just cannot grasp when it comes to the nuances that come with these arguments, right? Number 6. Number 6. Contradictory talking point. What I mean by this? On one end, you have a pod maskers telling you that, hey, you should have chose better, right? You don't want to open your legs to bums, and then you got pregnant, and then now you complain on the internet, yeah? You the one that should have chose better, yeah? Because women give access to sex, and men give access to relationship, yeah? So why you open up your legs to these bums, yeah? On the same breath, they're talking about, oh, my baby mama's crazy. On the same breath, they're talking about, oh, this girl ripped me off. Oh, this girl scammed me. These chicks ain't shit. Bro, aren't you also choosing them? Shouldn't you also choose better? What's going on here? Did she just like what? Put a roofie in your cup, take you home, ride that thing like a rodeo, and then she end up pregnant and stuff like that? Is that what happened to you? Or did she just throw a little ass your way because you were showing your Bugatti, because you were showing off your rented whatever, stuff like that, sport car and stuff like that, right? And then this chick came your way, put that thing on you, and then the was so good, you bust a nut, and then a couple months later, she's pregnant, and then now you realize, like, oh damn, this bitch is crazy. What happened? What is wrong with these women? Huh? What happened? Shouldn't you choose better? or better yet, another argument is that, like, you know, we want women purity.
Right? The reason why men want women that are virgins is because we can ensure paternity, make sure the kid is ours. Every man's greatest nightmare, just like you guys talking about rape, our biggest nightmare is being raped of our resources. Having a kid that we thought was ours that we find out isn't a kid later, our kid. Now, how do you ensure that? Oh, she's a virgin? My kid.
Paternity test.
Kid.
Paternity test.
I can go ahead and hold on. Look, see, this is...
That's what we want. Because if you're a hoe out here, if you're 3 or 4, if you're for the streets, man ain't dealing with you. Meanwhile,
be 35 years old and have sex with 50 women.
You frequenting all the whorehouses. All you do is try to get with these chicks that's only gonna give you ass. The contradiction of your argument doesn't make any sense. Now, last but not least, which is very important, a lot of these pod maskers, these fake alphas, these, fake masculinity, podcast masculinity, the number one thing that they have in common, last but not least, is the lack purpose in life. They lack a purpose. And any man who doesn't have a purpose cannot lead, doesn't have a journey to go to. And if you don't have a journey, then how are you going to be able to choose someone? To actually have someone by your side that understand your vision, that understand your purpose. And then that person would then be able to trust you because you know where you're going. Their purpose is shallow. Oh, I want to make $100,000. I want to be a six-figure. I want to make $1 million. I want to do this. Okay, and then what you going to do with the money? So I can fuck these hoes. So I can have all these pussy out here. So I can have all these, so I can have the picking of the litter. So it makes sense, right? So once you make that money, then you're going to have a purpose. You don't think like all these gold diggers that are waiting for you to actually be on that tax bracket, do you think they're actually going to give a damn about what you want to do in life? Or shouldn't you actually craft your vision now? And then as you on your purpose, as you are on your journey, and then you're going to find someone that actually understand where you're coming from, and they're going to actually want to play a role in your success. They're going to start doing things for you. That's going to prove to you, be like, yo, like, I want to be part of that journey. And that's how you're able to come across someone that you'll be able to share that journey with, that you'll be able to now have a life partner. And even if you made a mistake on that person, or even if things fall apart, let's say 10 years from now, 20 years from now, that person doesn't want to grow further than where you want to go and stuff, right? You're still going to have that purpose. Even if that person leaves you, you're still going to have a purpose. You're still going to have something that is bigger than you. It's not about, the whole point about like, being a man is being able to actually find purpose in life. And with that, we'll actually be able to attract like-minded people. And that's how you become a leader. That's how you gain respect from your peers. That's how you gain respect from others. That's how you gain respect for yourself. That's how. But what do I know? I'm just a trucker out here, stuff like that, just talking my crap, just making fun of you goofballs. So, I'm your host. Yes, I'm that Haitian. So share, like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you think down below in the comment section. And yes, I will see you guys next time. Peace. I'm out.